Boom, 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 boom.
Cod Daddy's in the building, broadcasting live from many parts unknown. Joining me on the sticks, he's that bad dad of Cod. You might know him as Muscle V, but we know him as Dixie.
Yo, yo.
And our associate producer and head of sales, the scariest Jew in Jewville, Boo Radley.
Booyakasha.
And go ahead and get that cold soup out of here. We only take it hot. Joining us again is Hot Soup.
Hot soup.
And our new financial advisor. You will come to know him as Stocks.
Sell crypto.
And you can feel free to ask me anything, for I am your king of COD. I am Jeeves, and I welcome you to another edition of Call of Daddy 2. Tonight, we are talking all kinds of wine, but before we get into any of that, Muscle V, why don't you remind us what happened on our last episode?
Last time on Cod Daddies. Our hero celebrated Pantsman's birthday by talking WrestleMania. Pantsman missed his first episode ever. The heroes assumed that he was in the Wisconsin Dells. The heroes put sports bets around Pantsman and have yet to determine if they would win the bets. Moving on to the main event, the heroes built the best Pantsman wrestler, with Boo building PM 30303030, who is going to come out to the song Creepy Pants, where people creepily whisper pants. With his trusty creepy midget by his side, with his finishing move, the Mystery Finger. With his sorcerer power of shooting electricity. He never talks and wears black pants, black shirt, and a black blazer. Muscle V built the Happy Hipster, whose entrance music is Kokomo, and with him is Hornswoggle, with a finishing move called the Stinky Face. He wears a robe and a beanie until he gets into the ring, where he reveals a pair of shiny shorts. And lastly, Jeeves. He built Pantsman, just Pantsman himself, coming out to enter the Pantsman with his trusted sidekick, Amy Sedaris, with the finishing move called the De-Pantser, because he wears a lot of pants. Continuing Kill Battle 3, Wrath, the score stands as follows, with Muscle V at 17 and Jeeves at 22. No change in snipers. Let's follow the heroes as they continue their adventure.
Thank you, Muscle V. I am guessing some people on this call are wondering what the fuck they've stepped into. But tonight we've got a church-inspired wine episode. If you guys have watched season 2 of Gemstones now out on HBO Max, we got hyped to talk wine, so we thought we'd bring in some friends to make up for again the lack of Pantsman. And oh boy, do we have a lot to do. So before we get into really any of it, Boo, why don't you remind us what all the rules are tonight?
Do we want to say we're drinking first? Or you want me to do rules first?
Go ahead and do rules. No, let's go ahead and say what we're drinking first. That's a good idea. What are you drinking, Boo?
So, hi, it's Boo. And I am drinking whiskey, as I always do. And this time I am drinking whiskey that was aged in apple barrels, an apple barrel brandy whiskey. It is very good. And I've mixed it with a dash of cola.
Oh. Is this just Jack and Coke? But
it's not Jack and Coke. No. It's the Dogfish Head whiskey that I was drinking last week. But today I just put a little dash of cola.
Just to change it up a bit.
Yeah, and also we can't say any brands on this. As the head of sales, I don't want to get sued for talking about a brand. So cola.
So we can't talk about Jack Daniels either?
No, we have permission.
Oh, okay. Great. All right, Muscle V, what are you drinking tonight?
Yep, as the fans already know, drinking that good old honey Coke.
Of course, honey Coke. All right, Hot Soup, you've been on the show. Welcome back. It's great to have you again. What are you drinking tonight?
Tonight I am drinking a fan favorite coming out of Chicago, Malort.
Oh, is that real? Are you actually doing that?
I am. I love Malort. That's my jam.
God. Well, I guess we'll have to talk about Malort in a second, but let's figure out what everyone's doing first. Stocks, welcome to the show. We'll get to meet you in a minute. But what are you drinking with us tonight?
I mean, I probably shouldn't be because it's 10 p.m. on a Wednesday, but I'm drinking Diet Coke neat.
Ew. Well, we're gonna get into the rules for tonight. You have to take sips every time something happens, so this could be a lot of
I'll
Diet Coke.
try my
for you.
best to
Try
keep
to
up.
throw some whiskey in there at least. And I am drinking a s'mores ale because I long for the days of going outside in the night. It seemed like we were going to get there for spring, and then it got horrible weather, and then it's good weather, and now it's horrible again. Too much to keep up with.
That's a little bit of a oxymoron there to go the days where you go outside in the night.
Yeah, that's true. The nights where you can go outside in the night. Those are the moments I long for. Okay, let's get into the rules first, and then we'll get to meet you, Stocks. So, Boo, can you remind us how we do drinks on this episode?
Yeah.
This is, of course, our 4th edition of a drink along.
Yeah, this is Boo here to be your Boospert.
I'm sorry. What did you call yourself?
Oh, the Boospert. And
Awful.
here are the rules of tonight's drink along episode. If any of us call each other by the wrong name, our real names, or just confuse each other, or give any personal information or facts, then we have to drink.
This is, of course, what we call the Boo rule.
Yes. If the people that are playing the video game, if they get any kills, then we drink.
Right. Which I forgot to tell you, Hot Soup. Please call out if you get a kill, because we all have to drink when you do.
And if we go the whole game without any kills, then we have to drink. And then if anyone talks for too long and it annoys Boo, then you have to drink,
including himself.
Including himself, correct. If Muscle V only talks about himself for more than 2 minutes, then we all have to drink.
If Muscle V talks for over 2 minutes, we could probably just drink for that.
Correct. So, if Jeeves tries to give facts that are just false, then we have to drink.
Okay, mixing up the rules from last time. Great. So we'll go ahead and also. Yeah.
I was going to say it was a different episode. Every episode's a little different.
Okay, they don't have to be.
Yeah. Well, no, Pants Man.
Sure. All right. Well, anyway, so we're also going to throw in Hot Soup and Stocks. It's also going to be your job. If you guys hear anything that you vehemently disagree with or dislike that we say, or anything that you passionately support or agree with, for anything we say, we'll go ahead and I'll do a group drink for that as well. So you just call those out as you hear them.
Sure.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you, Bill. You actually, I don't think you missed any, which is rare.
I know.
Okay. Again, there's a lot to do. Let's go ahead and meet Stocks. Stocks, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I assume it's a huge honor for you. Do you have anything that you'd like to promote? Any shows you're going to be in? Anything upcoming?
Actually, I just recorded a podcast with Kashmir. It's called Girl, I Have a Podcast, and you can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcast. Also, this is a little premature. We'll be dropping a R&B album. Haven't come up on a group name yet. We have 4 that we're kicking around: Smarter Child, Cancel Culture, Mother's Milk, and Leg Day.
Okay. How about you land on it before you tell us?
Well, you asked what I'm promoting. I think we're going to lean towards Leg Day.
I don't think you can.
We have a single so far, but it's 85% done, so it should be released in the coming months. Once we get that we got to bang that last 15% out.
Do you have the name of the single?
Yeah, it's called Potluck.
Okay,
it's
great.
a R&B song about a company potluck.
But
it's also like a euphemism for love too. Like, what are you bringing to the table?
I would hope that on your R&B album that your hit single was an R&B song.
Well, you can have some other. I dabble with some different sounds.
Yeah, but it'd be super weird if your main song wasn't the.
It wouldn't be our main song. It's just the first one that we got.
Okay.
But I do
see.
understand that would it would be a little odd to be like, hey, I'm an R&B group, listen to my dubstep.
Right. That would be.
But we may have some dubstep inspired songs on the album simply because we know a producer and that's like his area of expertise. So
that is no one's area
use
of
it.
expertise. That is garbage trash music.
What would you
are
say,
talking
Cashmere?
about?
You say Tony expert in the dubstep?
Definitely.
That's a definite.
You should cut him off as a friend or associate.
I did actually.
Unacceptable
I did.
amount of music.
I did actually, but he might be coming back into the fold simply for musical purposes.
If he likes dubstep, he doesn't know anything about music. Like dubstep
You're preaching to the choir,
legitimately
there.
pains my ears.
You're preaching to the choir. I'm just saying my R&B mate, he thinks highly of him. So
Okay. Well, anyway, welcome to the show.
thank you.
Hot Soup, do you have anything to promote?
Yeah, I want to promote Ukraine. Everyone, stay safe out there. Please don't die.
You know, that's a good thing. You think we would have covered that, considering we have a Ukrainian on the show, but it's never come up one time. Thank you. Good message. All right, so back to you, Stock. So you are one of Boo's best friends of all time. Is that fair to say?
That's a question you would have to ask Boo.
No.
I think that's for Boo to say if I'm one of his best friends.
Absolutely not. Boo has to be told who and what he likes.
Okay, well in that case, then yes, I would agree with the statement.
Okay.
It's my two best friends are him and Doris Burke.
It's a Doris Burke.
You wish.
Yeah, I was her college.
If we could get
roommate in college.
If we could get Doris Burke on the show, that'd be amazing.
Well, she doesn't know that she's my best friend, so.
Yeah, that's what we figured. So you've known Boo for like what? We can't say how many years, but for most of your
probably
25 years.
Life. I would say about 25 years. So yeah, we'll probably go with at least 80%.
Now you've had plenty of opportunity to like ditch him, get rid of him, stop being friends. Why have you?
Well, here's the thing. So I was really good friends with him, and then really good friends with. Does the other fella have a nickname, or do we just call him by his actual name?
We did have a name for him. What is it?
Oh God, I don't even remember. We did have a good one, didn't we?
Yeah. I don't know. Pick one for him. We'll go with that live.
Was it a whiny apple? Is that what it was?
Absolutely not, for many reasons.
Let's call him the Inhaler, since he likes to like inhale drugs with his nose. So the Inhaler, like, look at it this way: my two best friends were.
How about just call him Inhaler? You don't have to call him the Inhaler.
I like the Inhaler better. It's like he's like a villain. So my two best friends growing up are the Inhaler and Boo Radley. So I mean, you're sitting here like, would you get rid of Boo Radley? But when those are your two friends, one of them is significantly better than the other. So for that reason, it never would even have crossed my mind to get rid of Boo Radley. So honestly, yeah, no.
Normally, I would disagree with you, but you are dead on. That's totally fair.
Like in every circumstance, he was always your friend.
Okay, everyone, quick drink. Good work, Hot Soup.
Do I also have to drink?
Yes, you do. Yes, it's a group drink. We're people of society.
This is some good Diet Coke.
I did also get a kill.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That's rare.
It was Gulag.
Can we real quick? Can we do it mostly for Stocks and a little bit for me? Explain what game we're playing.
Oh yeah, good idea. So Stocks, we have been for about a month now. We've been playing a game called Call of Duty Warzone. You might have heard of it. It's free, which is one of the reasons we play it.
It's free?
Yeah.
It's free. It's totally free as long as you have a video game system or I think a computer.
Why is it free? That's new, huh?
That's it's like you download it, then they give you a lot of options to buy the actual game, and I just don't. But Muscle V did.
Is that normal now that they have games like that for free? Like you get to sample them?
Fortnite's free. So is
I think the mode. So we're playing a battle royal game. So if you've ever
So
read
my
like
guess
Hunger
is
Games or something. It's like that
There
style.
are a lot of upcharges within the game.
If you want
Like-
like cool guns and cool skins and stuff, yeah.
Okay, so like they're figuring out new ways to make their money, and they'd rather just have more users then.
Oh, but you just got
That's pretty smart.
assassinated.
I did just
Yeah,
that's
it's
crazy.
it's pretty smart. People definitely spend a lot of money on this free game. So.
Okay, so I will be
They know what they're
buying
doing.
stock in whoever owns this game tomorrow.
It's Activision, so you probably won't.
I think they just sold their company to Microsoft.
Really?
That's
I
correct.
believe Microsoft just bought them.
Oh,
so I'll just
well,
I'll buy some more Microsoft.
maybe they'll finally get the game to start working more coherently.
I also have
I don't know.
Microsoft stock, so that's great to hear.
Yeah, so it'll be a good day for you tomorrow when I buy some. It will go up.
I don't care about that. Hopefully, they get their servers a little more steady. That would be exciting.
Well, I don't think it's going to matter anymore, actually, because now that Microsoft owns them, it's kind of like I used to work for a pool company. And when I worked for the pool company, the ideal was not to do a great job. It was to do just good enough of a job to renew the contract for the following year. So now that Microsoft owns Activision, they're just competing with themselves. So they just have to do just good enough of a job to make sure you keep using the product. They don't actually want to. If they make the product too good, then your level of expectation will be too high. So they need to make it just good enough.
Well, they do have. I mean, they do have competitors. There is like the.
Yeah, but they're
Fortnite.
the king. They're the king of the castle.
I don't know. Fortnite's huge. I don't know if that's true.
Battlefield's pretty big too. I don't know who owns Battlefield.
Yeah,
But
I
aren't
don't
they
know
like
either.
aren't they like very different style games though?
No, Fortnite's basically this game but cartoony.
Yeah, so like some people play both, right?
Yep.
It's not like you play one or the other.
We only play one.
Okay. All right. Well,
maybe we should start playing Fortnite.
you might want to look into that. You might enjoy the cartoony nature of that.
We're bad at one game. Why not be bad at two games?
Yeah.
That was Fortnite with the Color War theme at the summer camp that I possibly could work at.
I don't know what to do with that info.
Fortnite has all the dances that the NFL players do when they score touchdowns.
That's right.
Correct.
They're Fortniting. Yeah. All right. So I'm hot soup and stocks. I actually need you to do me a favor. We have to assign a czar for the evening. And I'm not going to give either one of you that role since there's two of you. So what I am going to do is read off our previous answers for a past night. And I'm going to have you guys pick what your favorite of these 9 things are. Okay? Are you guys ready?
Ready.
All right. The category was desserts.
Birthday cake.
I'm going to read you 9 options. You don't have to fill in the blank. Okay. Soft baked chocolate chunk cookie, Cheesecake
good.
Factory Oreo cheesecake,
No.
chocolate. No, you don't have to comment on each one. Just pick your favorite. Chocolate cream pie, Domino's molten chocolate lava cake, soft brownie, McDonald's holiday pie, creme brulee, preferably with a thin layer of chocolate at the bottom, and a German chocolate cake or cannoli without any nuts and touched by an Italian. So you guys pick your favorite.
My
Was
cookie,
that 9?
That was 9 items. Yeah.
Can my cookie be from Subway?
It cannot. No, because they don't do chocolate chunk.
They do chocolate chip though. Subway
Yeah,
has
this is
chocolate.
This is chocolate chunk. Also, it's soft. Subway doesn't do soft.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty soft.
Yeah,
They're
well,
not hard.
they're soft.
They're not soft. They're
I
medium
gotta say
at
though,
best.
they're very. I would say like a medium-ish, but they're a soft and like chewiness to them. But they have very underrated cookies because people would be like,
great
"Oh,
cookies.
Subway's like not that good."
Well, they
And,
don't-
like, their cookies are great. Like
They don't pay us, so we don't care. The important thing is that it's not a chocolate chunk, so it's not
if
one of your
you
options.
work for Subway and you're listening, you have a potential to sponsor this program if you're out there and send us chocolate chip cookies. But for now, yes, okay. So I'll still go with the chocolate chip cookie, the double chunk.
Chocolate chunk cookie. It's not double.
Chocolate chunk.
Yeah. By the way,
Where
Boo,
is that from? I don't really. I'm not familiar with this chocolate chunk cookie that I've chosen.
That's a good question. Well, so wait, we'll get to that. So, hot soup. What's your pick of the 9?
I am gonna have to go with the Oreo cheesecake.
Oh.
Bad selection.
Well, you know what? I believe
Great
that
pick.
decides our czar then, because you both chose one of Boo's picks. So, Boo, why don't you tell us where that chocolate chunk would be from?
Yeah, so for me, it would just be from any like good cookie artisan store. But I'm pretty sure that I actually have had chocolate chunk cookies with stocks before. We've stood a cookie before. So
Probably from
anyway,
Panera. You think
oh yeah,
Panera?
Panera. We've definitely,
You know,
we've
good
definitely
cookie,
stood.
a kitchen sink cookie.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
But me,
kitchen sink cookie is an overrated cookie. You always have high expectations, and then there's actually too much going on. It ends up
It's
melting.
only a bad cookie if they actually put pieces of a kitchen sink in there. Then you've done too much.
Actually, I don't like the pretzel whenever they throw that in there, or the chip.
I love pretzel. I love the combination of pretzel and chocolate.
I like
And caramel.
combination as a standalone. I love a chocolate covered pretzel, and I love it in the Take 5. I don't think it has any place.
I was
any
just
other
gonna say
dessert.
that. That's a very underrated piece of candy. A Take 5, very good.
Yeah, definitely.
Take 5 is terrible. You guys have terrible.
What? Are you a lemon curd man?
I don't know what that is.
Lemon curd, yeah. What the heck's that?
Sorry, a lemon tart.
I don't do anything that's tangy.
I'm with you, actually. I don't either.
Like
So
key lime pie is weird to me.
So wait, Boo, is Stocks aligned with us in the dessert category?
yeah, me and Stocks have very similar taste in desserts.
We found out
food in general mostly. You're very easy to go out to eat.
Yeah.
me and Boo
Probably
found
one
out
of the reasons we remained friends for so long. Because
Yeah,
that was
no doubt.
probably half my fights with the inhaler.
The inhaler also used to do that weird thing with food too.
Lots
I'm
of
sorry. You have to be specific. You can't just say it. You can't say that. and
I
not
know
tell me.
exactly what he's referring to. Were you
Yeah,
talking about
he'll tell
when he
him.
wants to try your food?
Yes, tell that story. What he does.
So like, if you like, here's the thing. Like, okay, if you're really good friends with somebody, you could literally just say, "Hey, could I try a piece of what you ordered?" And 9 out of 10 times, you'd be like, "Yeah, go ahead. Here's a bite. Here's a couple bites." He would do this thing where instead of just asking, he would offer his food to you. And then if you're like, "Oh no, thanks, I'm good. I got my own food. It just came out. I'm going to eat that first. Maybe I'll have some after I eat mine." And then he'll kind of just look at you like a dog would, and you're like, "Can I help you?" And he's like, "Can I try some of yours?"
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he does it every time, and you're just like, "This is like, why not try?" Like we communicated with him, we did not like that, so we're like, "Why don't you just do the thing where you just ask, and we'll just give it to you? It'd just be a lot easier." But
Why
never.
don't you also just tell him no?
Oh, we did. That's the thing. It'd be like, you're annoying, so no, you definitely get none now.
And he kept doing it anyway?
Oh, for years.
Yeah, never changes his behavior. This is why the inhaler got the chop.
Yeah, that's aggressive.
It's just oddly and poorly manipulative. Like he should have realized that it wasn't working and had a new strategy. Poor in-game adjustments.
Bad coaching.
They're very.
All right. Well, before we go too much into the inhaler's life, Boo, you're our sole producer for the evening. Why don't you go ahead and assign an award for tonight?
Yeah, for sure. As we know, the Kansas Jayhawks won the national championship in basketball earlier this week. So the Jayhawk Award goes to everyone on this call for just being a true Jayhawk fan.
What?
I hate it.
Awful job.
Yeah, that's terrible.
As easily the worst award you've ever given out.
It's not really up to me. It's as the producer, I have to talk to the rest of the producers, and that's what we went with today.
There is zero chance that Pantsman agreed to give all of us on the call an award for being here.
Well, just remember,
send my award, please.
we also have other producers that you guys haven't met yet.
I'm
Well,
sure.
I appreciate the award. I thoroughly enjoyed that game. So
Yeah, it was a great game.
Has absolutely nothing to do with the award. You could have loved it. You could have hated it. Irrelevant.
well, I mean, it had to do with the Kansas Jayhawks and their victory and everything. And if I had hated it,
No.
I might have hated this award.
It didn't have anything to do with because we just had to be there. You're basically saying because the Jayhawks never got eliminated. Is that what you're trying to go with?
Partially, but you have to remember we have Muscle V, who's a huge Tar Heels fan. So we got to stick it to him.
Well, congratulations to all of us, especially Dixie, for winning the Jayhawk Award.
Is
Huge
this
boon
true
for us.
that Muscle V is a big Tar Heel fan?
Of course he is not.
It is not true.
He couldn't
No,
even
I'm
tell
not
you
even-
what state the Tar Heels are from.
California.
Yeah,
Ooh,
okay.
very close, very close.
We got the C.
You had the right what is it? Longitude probably.
I mean, California's
Latitude is
got all of the longitude
Yeah.
and all of
Yeah.
the latitude.
well,
Also latitude,
So,
right?
so I feel like I was
Definitely
right on that
latitude.
one.
essentially it's like the mirror, like North Carolina. If you went like the center of California, it'd be like the flip side of the country, because North Carolina is where the Tar Heels play.
So
Raise
I
up.
was about 85% of the way there.
You just had like the mirror image of it. You were flipped to the wrong side of the country.
Yeah, about 85%.
Yeah,
I did get killed by the
but I
wind.
think that's why I said you had the longitude. You just were missing the latitude.
Yep, I'll take it.
By the way, can we say that I realized something on this call? This is the first time that the Jews are outnumber the non-Jews on this call.
That's right. I think you call yourselves the Gentiles.
When is
No,
Passover?
you're the Passover starts next week.
So
When,
by the way,
next week when?
Next Friday.
Next Friday.
how about you? You guys worry about your holiday off the call. In fact, it's a good segue because tonight we're talking wine because we were inspired by the Righteous Gemstones putting out their second season. Great show. Have you guys, first of all, Hot Soup and Stocks, have you guys seen the Righteous Gemstones?
I'm
Never heard
caught
of
up.
it.
Sorry, you both talked. What was that, Hot Soup?
So,
I got killed.
never heard of it.
You've never heard of it?
Nope.
Oh my god.
It's a Danny McBride masterpiece.
Danny
It's pretty
McBride
good.
is only the start of what's in that show. You've got
But it's his creation. It's
That's
like he
fine.
made
yeah,
Vice
but
Principals. He made Eastbound and Down. Like this is his baby.
Mhm.
Take a
It's
breath.
pretty good. Season 2 is better than 1. It was pretty good.
So Hot Soup, you've got, as he said, Danny McBride, Adam DeMamp, who you'll know from Workaholics, a random chick who's not in anything. I looked up her Wikipedia.
What's her
He was-
name?
She was in Vice
He's
Principals.
in Vice Principals. She's
Yeah.
funny now.
Yes,
Yeah.
she was, which was like the immediate precursor to that was Danny McBride's previous project.
You butchered Adam Devine's name.
Well, DeMamp was his name on Workaholics.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Adam Devine is his name in real life.
All right.
That's why I got confused.
Also take a breath, and then most importantly, you have John Goodman running that family.
He's
And they're-
crushing it. He's
they
bringing
are.
the quality to the show, though. He's
All
what's
of them are crushing it.
But he's what makes it like a valid, like big time show. He
That's
actually provides like real acting in it.
Well, it makes it not too heck of a comedy, probably as well. But instead, it's
Yeah.
incredible.
Oh, season 2 was very good.
So first of all, I don't know if you have an HBO account, Hot Soup, but get yourself on there and watching. It is great.
So,
Okay.
Hot Soup, have you seen Eastbound and Down?
Yeah, not a fan.
Wow.
It's
okay. You
it's
might not like
1,000%. No, stop. It's 1,000% better than Eastbound and Down.
No way. It's
1,000%.
I don't know about that. Eastbound and Down is like, I don't know. It's pretty rewatchable. Like, it hasn't been on the air for a while, but I definitely rewatched it during quarantine, and it had me laughing my ass off.
And that's fine, but like the Righteous Gemstones marries up that like we've got a good story to actually tell.
Yeah, it's
not
very
just,
different. It's more plot driven.
right.
But I'll say season 2 was much more of that than season 1. I thought season 1 was a little more like some of his other shows where it's trying to be really funny, and season 2 they definitely like hit that with the plot real hard.
Yeah, and they do scale down and probably McBride a little bit, but again, they're all good. They're all firing, and they run a mega church, and it. Oh my God, are they so good at running a mega church? Which of course is why we're talking wine tonight, because that is a thing that happens in Catholic churches. I don't know if you guys do it in Jewish churches. Temples. Is that a thing you guys do?
No, not like you do in churches.
Do you do it at all?
Not really.
Okay. Why do you keep like specifying but not real? Like why you're leaving
Because
the
we
door
don't like-
open?
No, because we drink wine as a celebratory thing, but it's more holiday driven than like at services or like how they do it in Catholic Church. Like, Stocks just brought up Passover. Passover, it's very common to drink 4 cups of wine at the Seder.
That's weird and specific. You guys also do it for Shabbat though.
Yes, you do have. You commonly have wine at Shabbat, but again, it's not really like the Catholic Church. Like you're just drinking the wine to drink the wine. It doesn't. It's
No,
civilized.
we're not just drinking the wine to drink the wine. We're drinking the blood of Christ. What do you mean?
No, that's what I mean. Like, I said it
He-
wrong.
He died for our salvation.
I got
Thank
killed.
you very much.
Oh wait,
That's-
wait, drink.
Okay.
First off, do you identify as Catholic this week?
I was born Catholic. I've worked in a church. I feel like that's pretty good.
Yeah, you had to help the priest move out because he touched little boys.
I had to help a priest move out. I don't think that was one of them that did that. But he was very fat and it was very hard to move his mattress. So anyway, yeah. So there's the communal wine aspect, which is the best part. I think I've done it exactly one time though in church ever. Hot Soup, I think you're atheist, right?
Correct.
Have you always been? Did you identify? Did your parents make you
I
that
used
way?
to be very Protestant.
Ew. Ooh. Did you guys do the wine stuff at Protestant ceremonies?
No. That's the devil's work.
That's too bad. Yeah, it does sound like Protestants. How dare you try to have any fun whatsoever?
Dude, that's sacrilegious. You're drinking blood of Christ.
No, it is for our salvation. Sorry, I'm killing a person. I just got a kill. Go ahead and take a drink.
Oh, right. Congrats.
I also got a
Stocks,
kill.
I assisted
Stocks,
that.
have you ever met a Protestant?
I don't know. I almost never talk about religion unless somebody else brings it up first. I don't really. That's not something I really care at all about. Is if someone's religious.
And that's okay. One of the best parts about Regis Gemstones, despite the fact that they run a mega church, religion barely comes up at all. It's perfect. It's actually the perfect amount that it comes up. So we will follow suit tonight. We're entirely focused on the communal wine aspect of church. With that, is there anything that you guys think?
Sniper kill.
Damn,
Oh.
Yes,
really?
yes,
Oh,
sir.
damn, son. All right, I'm getting drunk tonight.
That's right. That's right, buddy.
Should have two
anyway.
drinks for a sniper kill.
Well, we don't, so we're not going to start that. It's because we're all We've got 3 people doing kills tonight, so we're definitely not going to introduce that tonight. We can talk about it on a night when it's just me and you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Muscle V, will you remind me next week, and I can add that to the rules? I just need 24-hour notice.
And 2 written forms and an approval from all of the other producers, I believe.
Yes. You laugh about that, but where I work, you legitimately have to do that much work to get anything done.
Great. So
And
anyway,
I only say that because I made most of the rules.
that sounds right. It sounds absolutely right. All right.
Yeah.
So, wine. Do you guys enjoy it? Is it a thing that you guys would choose to imbibe with or not?
So I can start with that one. Wine is something I have to be in the mood for. I can't just like randomly drink it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I have to be in the mood for it, and also when I get wine drunk, I get real handsy. So I have to be prepared.
Oh no!
I'm not usually. Yeah, I get real handsy when I'm wine drunk.
For someone who hates when other people are handsy, that's interesting.
Yes. Yeah,
it's
I get
really interesting.
I've always been that way.
Okay, well, Muscle V, do you get handsy? What happens to you?
I don't. I'm not the biggest fan of wine. I will drink it, but I prefer other stuff.
All right. How about you, Stocks? What's your wine status?
I have wine glasses and a wine stopper and a wine opener, but I don't consume any wine. And as far as the blood of Christ goes, I like, how sometimes you will cut your finger and then you suck it real quick to make the blood stop. You're hoping that was all of it and there's no more blood. I don't really like the taste of blood, so blood of Christ probably wouldn't be interested in that either.
Interesting. So you have all the accoutrement to drink wine, but you don't actually.
In case I have a company here and if I know what kind of wine, I will put it in my mini fridge, and then that way I can make sure they feel comfortable.
You're a very, very thoughtful guest. It sounds like.
I would say genuinely, I feel like I want the people I keep company with to be pretty comfortable.
That's good. I'm good with like my guest feeling comfortable, but I'm not going out of my way for them to be comfortable. I'm just gonna try to not be weird around them.
Well, over time, I accumulated these things. So, like, I first moved in here, like, maybe like 2 years ago. I had none of this stuff. And then, as like, I had some people over, people would be like, "Do you have this? Do you have this?" And I was like, "No." And then I would feel bad. So I'd be like, "Okay, I'm going to go out. The next time I'm at like Target, I'll pick this thing up." And I've slowly accumulated. So now, the only thing that's really missing is the wine. But I don't drink wine. So if I know like someone I'm dating or a friend is going to be here and they drink it, then I'll say, "What do you drink?" I'll go buy a bottle.
But you don't mind wine. Like I'm drinking wine with you, and you haven't hated it.
That's true, but I definitely don't like. It's no Diet Coke.
Okay.
Fair. It's definitely not
Again,
Diet Coke. Those are definitely two different things.
again, for those of you listening at home, Diet Coke is not a sponsor of the show. We do not go with the opinions of stocks on this show.
Yeah, we also don't. We like wine more than Diet Cola on this show.
Yeah, there you
Well,
go.
let me say this: I'm very specific about the Diet Cola I drink. I will not drink anything other than Diet Coke.
Perfect.
When they ask me at a restaurant, "Is Pepsi okay?" I literally just say, "No, thank you."
All right. Well, Pepsi is a sponsor, so you're gonna have to get through this bit fast.
Well, if does Pepsi makes I'm sure some type of brand of water, I would drink their water.
I don't know what brand of Dasani's Coke, so I don't know.
I think it's
they do.
Aquafina.
I
It's my
think Aquafina's Pepsi.
That's an actress, I believe.
Pepsi water brand. It's Aquafina. That was correct.
Right.
Way to go, Stocks.
All right, Hot Soup. All right, drink for someone congratulating themselves. New rule. All right, Hot Soup. What's your?
Yep, that was a kill.
Good work. What's your wine
another
status?
kill?
You expect a lot. We got 3 people tonight.
I'm a huge fan of alcohol in general.
You are?
Sometimes I am indeed. Sometimes wine is my alcohol of choice.
I think I've seen you get wine drunk before.
Yeah, it's fun.
I would like to
actually had
come out and say one thing real quick before he says anything else. You say that you get a lot of kills because there's 3 of you. I'm pretty sure we had an episode where the 2 of you got no kills.
Well, somehow this is an opposite night. Must have has 5 kills in this game somehow.
Crushing it.
So that's interesting. Anyway, sorry, what were you saying, Hot Soup?
Love wine. I actually hosted a Asian wine night recently where we drank sake and soju.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I feel like sake is a different thing though than when I think of wine. Like I know it's rice wine, but like those are different categories for me and get me different drunk, I think.
That is probably accurate.
Yeah. Sake's super fun, don't get me wrong. Absolutely in, but like for me, I love wine. But I won't drink it often because it's like it's one of those, it's a fun drunk, I think. So like when I get a couple of wines deep, it's a great time, but then I always overdo it and I always feel horrible the next day. So I really limit my wine usage. And sake's not the case. I can drink a good amount of sake and feel okay the next day.
Can I tell?
About what?
Soju.
I don't know what that is.
Korean.
Is that a brand or a type of alcohol?
Type of alcohol.
No. Is it also rice?
I don't know. It's some kind of Asian thing.
All right. Where do you rank that compared to sake and wine?
Oh, I like wine the most, and then I'd say soju, and then sake.
Oh, okay. Do you have to do that weird thing where you pound the table and the shot glass goes into the regular glass?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a sake bomb. That's how you properly take a sake bomb, of course.
Oh, that's a bomb. Yes.
Do you do soju bombs the same way?
I don't know. I have never done a soju bomb. I'm sure you can do it though.
Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of that. I'll have to try it. So do you get like how would you describe the drunk though? Is it easy to get drunk off it? Is it hard?
I would say soju is very easy. It tastes not like very alcohol.
Ooh.
And it is decently strong. It's about 10%.
And do you get like a fun drunk off of it? Do you get a fun drunk off of wine?
I get a fun drunk off of any alcohol. I don't know about you guys.
I enjoy all of the different drugs, but like wine, I think is I'm just the happiest drunk when I'm a
Yeah,
wine drunk.
yeah. I don't know. For me, when I'm wine drunk, it makes me really productive. Like I want to do something.
Whoa, what? Oh, well, what do you mean?
While you're touching people, like
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I want to go for a run, but I will say
and grab someone's hand while you're doing
yeah.
it. What do you mean?
the hangover is pretty bad. So I don't think we've told this story, but about almost 2 years ago now, we used to have these calls with a bunch of our friends on Wednesday nights. But we had a wine night, and we all drank an absurd amount of wine.
Yeah, which is when Khaleesi
Um,
first joined us for those calls.
yes. I drank 2 bottles of wine in one evening. Um, I woke up the next morning, and in bed I wrote entire schedules for the summer camp that I work at while I was in bed, incredibly hungover.
That's amazing. I thought you were gonna say that you woke up like touching your brother's face or something.
No. And by the way, the reason why I can be loud tonight is because my brother is at work. For those of you who listen,
Suck
for those
it,
of you who
big
listen,
brother.
for those of you who listen to Monday's episode, I kept getting yelled at by my brother for being too loud.
Yeah, I
And
thought you were gonna get
as
evicted.
yes, and as Stocks knows, my brother is a very angry little man. So there's that.
The little in stature.
No, he's actually taller than me. I think he's just
Ah,
he just doesn't really. I don't know. Stocks knows him well.
No, I don't.
That's historically your brother not big into talking, so it was very surprising to hear he scolds you.
Um,
That's
Stocks
when he
has said
talks.
before, yeah, Stocks has said before that. Have you ever had like a real conversation with my brother?
No, I don't. Actually, the last time I saw him, it was the most I ever spoke to him. He was actually quite outgoing when we were at the beach.
Oh,
Was it
that's
about
right,
how
yeah.
mad he is that he lives with Boo?
No, he was actually he was very different from my perception of him. He was very normal and friendly and talkative, and he was pleasant.
Now, to be fair, had he just crushed some soju?
I don't know what he was. We went to this restaurant to eat, the seafood place at the beach, and he had hurt his foot, and so he was like on this scooter thing to get around. So I don't know. Boo, was he like taking any drugs or anything?
No, I think he was just like he was getting over his injury, so I think he was just at peace with everything. Mind you, he broke his
I'm sorry,
heel.
what?
He broke his heel because he got angry, jumped up and down, and broke his heel.
We've all been there.
No, what? Wait, what?
You guys just, I could have sworn I told you.
You have never told
He
us
broke
that.
his
What do you
heel
mean
from jumping.
he broke his heel throwing a tantrum?
Yeah, yep. That's essentially you said it correctly. So
What?
yeah.
Okay,
this is
first of all, get him some milk. My man needs some osteoporosis up in here. I said that poorly. He needs some calcium.
there you go.
Like desperately. Jesus Christ! What do you mean he broke his heel jumping up and down?
I wasn't there.
We've
So
all
I didn't
done that
see it.
once or twice.
Stop saying that. No, we haven't. If you have, you need to chug some milk instead of Diet Coke, cola.
That's why it stopped.
But today, actually, your dad asked about him when I saw your dad.
My dad's just polite like that. He'll just always ask about.
No,
No, shut up. I don't care about any of that. Get back to the jumping up and down. What was he so mad about that he jumped up and down till his heel broke?
Oh, I didn't know. I never asked him
What? How?
because I don't talk to him like that. I don't know. I've never asked him.
What do you mean like that? Someone says I broke my heel
He
jumping up
doesn't
and down
get
out of anger.
involved
You
in
have
his
a follow-up
roommate's
question.
He
Like,
doesn't
I
get
have-
involved in his roommate's business.
He knew enough of that info.
That's all I know. Like, I have never talked to my brother about girls. I have no idea if he's dated anyone. I mean, I met a girl he dated a couple times, but like,
So
I
that's
never asked him any
Fine.
questions.
He tells you I jumped up and down and broke my heel. You have to have a fucking follow-up question. You can't
And I
just
say-
let that go away.
Well, technically, I don't think he did tell him. You heard that from
I
his
just got a
mother,
kill.
right?
Yeah. Well, his mother's also my
your
mother.
mother.
Oh yes, also my mother. For the record, we have the same mother and father.
Yeah, not even a step situation. No need to worry about which parent's which.
Dude,
No,
so
we were
I'm currently on Tinder swiping right now, and I just came across Emily Katz's profile, and it still says the
using
same.
names
Yeah.
on here.
Are we not allowed to use names of anybody?
You definitely can't use full names.
Emily Katz in the Jewish community could
Okay.
be like 50 people, though.
Let's go ahead and drink twice.
First off, I have never told like Pantsman. Sorry, Pantsman's not even the call.
Drink.
Does that count as a mess up? Yeah.
Absolutely counts as a mess up.
By the way, you know how you guys always say like there's names I've never talked to you about? That's a name I've never told you guys about, and she was my best friend for many years.
Have mentioned her plenty of times.
Her
way
profile
more
still
than
says for
the
like
other
5
guy.
years running that she knows more about football than I do.
She does not know about. I don't think that's true.
I don't know. I don't think she knows anything about football. That's all her profile says.
I do not care about that.
Did I ever tell you that the inhaler,
drink, please.
Drink.
the inhaler messaged her in her dating app?
Oh, you
And he
told me.
comes up. Yeah, he comes up to me and goes, "So you're gonna be mad at me?" I was like, "God, what did you do?" And he goes, "I messaged Emily Katz," and I was like,
Stop
"Dude,
saying
it's been."
full names. Knock it
No,
off.
that's her fake name.
Just call her
Dude,
Emily. Don't
if
give her
you-
a last. Don't give her a last fake name.
Let's call her Catwoman.
That's great.
Catwoman, yeah.
Catswoman.
Call her Catswoman. Sound like you're having a stroke. That'd be perfect.
I was like, I have not talked to Catwoman in 10 years or 15 years at the time. I was like, why are you making a big deal about it? And Catwoman was not at all interested in him.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, it sounds like his own girlfriend's not very interested in him.
All right, we're not getting into any of that. Let's jump into our main wine segment for the evening. So I have tasked 2 of you out of 5 of us. I've tasked 3 of us out of 5 of us with coming up with the perfect 3 times in what we call a power 3 of best places for you to drink wine outside of your house. So for you, Stocks, and you, Hot Soup, it's going to be your jobs to judge. And if you 2 can't render a vote, our czar will make the final decision. So that's you, of course, Boo. So we'll be presenting our top 3 places to drink wine. And then if you guys think of some, it's definitely not your job to, but if you guys think of good options, you can present them at the end of each round. Especially if you've got better ones than we have. So
Sounds good.
It's great. Our people that aren't normally on the show, I hope that sounds good for you as well. But if not, I think you'll pick it up. It's pretty easy. So again, this is the power 3. So we start with our 3rd best place to drink wine. Boo is our acting czar. You will go last of the 3 of us. So Muscle V, we start with you. What's your 3rd best place to drink some wine?
I would say my 3rd best place to drink wine would be at a wine and dine. You get food, you get wine.
I'm sorry. What the fuck's a wine and dine?
Never been to a wine and dine before?
100% sure you just made this up.
No, there's like charities and stuff, and you go and it's like a wine and dine, like Habitat and Humanity does it.
I don't. Has anyone heard of this? Is this real?
Yes, it's quite common. They wine you, they dine you, and then they 69 you. Is that correct, Muscle V?
100% sure that's a 69 and dine.
That is correct.
Oh,
yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure you come for the wine, you stay for the 69.
But there's also steak involved.
You also come for the 69.
Oh, very nice. So, Muscle V, have you wine and dined before, or is this
I have
theoretical?
Multiple times.
Tell us about your favorite time, since I'm pretty sure you're still making this up, despite what Stocks has yes-anded you with.
It's all the same. So you go there, you get two wines to choose from.
It's all the same. What do you mean it's all the same?
The events I've gone to have all been the same. It's been the same event, just different years.
How many have you been to?
Like 2 or 3.
Okay. I was gonna say, if it's just 2, you can't say they're all the same.
No, it's 2 or 3.
All right.
It's at a winery. You get 2 wine and you get steak and potatoes and other stuff. It's pretty good.
You get steak, potatoes, and other stuff, and I guess wine's involved somehow.
You get 2 bottles of wine.
You
for
get
your
2
ticket.
bottles
Yep, for your ticket you get 2
Like-
bottles.
to leave with or to drink there. What do you mean?
Your choice.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. What would you guys choose?
It I don't know, whatever my wife chose.
Obviously, no one questioned that. Is it? Can you do like a 1-and-1? Can you drink one there, take one home?
You can't. You get 2 bottles of wine. It's at a winery, so you could drink one, you can drink both, you can take both home.
Interesting. Okay, so is the answer just a winery, or does it specifically have to be a wine and dine in 69?
It's a wine and dine in 69.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Well, I'll go next. So the third best place to drink wine outside of your house would definitely be in the picnic format. So basically, just a nice field. Hopefully, a stream's around, but
Now,
whatever.
what is that?
A picnic?
Yes,
Do you not know what a picnic is?
never heard it.
Okay, so a picnic is where you and a loved. Sorry, 1 second.
Very awkward.
Sorry, I was dying. I was getting choked up. So, picnic is where you and a loved one go to a random outdoor area, hopefully a field. Hopefully, it's like a hill plus field, and you lay down a quilt, which is an uncomfortable blanket, and then you have a bunch of food and hopefully a bottle of wine and 2 wine glasses and maybe a wine stopper. In fact, everything that's in your apartment right now, Stocks.
Okay,
Uh,
and they're 69ing?
Oh, there's always 69. So this is wine. You don't get wine without the promise of 69 in your future, of course.
Well, I think that's what Boo was trying to tell us earlier when he said he gets handsy. Like he may want to actually make himself an R&B album.
Oh. I don't think Boo has to worry about the 69s. I think
Boo is
They-
very musically inclined, though. I don't know if you guys are aware of that.
yeah, but he's a solo musician.
We were in a band together once.
I bet
They
you
don't know
were.
about that.
I bet
they
you
don't know
were.
about that. Yeah.
We performed a lot. That was probably might have been the biggest audience I've ever performed in front of.
I want you to know our viewership knows that Boo is not musically inclined. He has sang a number of karaoke songs on the stream, and they know that he is actually horrible at music.
Well, I don't know. I mean, growing up with him, he was the bee's knees. He was they called him the jukebox kid.
Me and him performed karaoke once, and a female came up and literally tried to take the mic off of him, and then he literally tried to fight her, and then I gave her my mic. But like
Well,
he was
I don't
basically
know so much about his
kicked off of
karaoke
karaoke.
skills, but his original content, he had classics. They used to call him the Ocean City Kid, and they call him Jukebox. So we grew up going to summer camp, and he was the like go to for like original music in the camp.
Okay, Jukebox, do you want to hit us with something, a quick diddly?
Oh, right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go with a song. It's not an original, but it's from the streaming. Not the streaming. The old social media site Vine that no longer exists anymore.
That was the
And
video
here
that
we
had
go.
7-second videos.
Yeah. Yo, my name is Nicholas, and this is ridiculous. Got mad, dummy money, and I don't even remember the end of the song. Yo, my name is Nicholas, and this is ridiculous. Got mad, gummy money, and this is deliciousness. There we go. I got it.
Do you still
Congrats,
feel good
man.
about everything you just said, Stocks?
Well, like I said, I'm more familiar with his original content. I don't know who this Nicholas is. But I can't speak on that.
I'll tell you this.
But I
he's
think
ridiculous.
Brad. I have heard that
Drink,
before, and I
take
do
a
think
drink.
Brad. I do think Brad did
Drink,
exactly
drink.
Take 6. Take 6.
Boo,
Boo, it's Boo.
boo
That's
Bradley. That's what I said.
Not a drink.
I said Bradley.
Yep. You said Boo Radley 6 times. Just go ahead and drink for him anyway, just to be safe.
All right, I'll chug this Diet Coke.
That'd be great. You should finish your Diet Coke. You're out of control.
You said that like Lumberg just now from Office Space. That'd be great.
I'm trying to do another lumber. Can you stay in over the? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to come in on Saturday.
Yeah, that'd be great. Boo, why don't you go ahead and tell
Yeah.
us what's the third best place to drink wine outside of your home?
Yeah, that's easy. At a wine and cheese party.
That's not at your house, I guess.
No, no, not at my house. No. Like not even at someone else's house. Like there was a bar that, when I lived downtown in the city that I live in, that would have wine and
Oh,
cheese nights, and it was so much fun. There
I've
would also be
never heard of that.
yeah, and actually, true story. When I was living with Inhaler, one time we Googled like wine and cheese bars, and a bar came up that was in walking distance that was listed as the #2 bar for not only wine and cheese nights but also charcuterie boards. And we went there, and the place
Oh,
was delicious.
makes sense. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. How did you say that word?
charcuterie.
Yeah, I don't think you said that right.
Is
Can
that
anyone
with a
else
J?
co-sign this?
Yeah, is that with a J?
Yeah, I definitely heard it, Jay. Can anyone co-sign this? Is this a thing? You've been to a bar where there's wine and cheese at it? That's interesting.
Charcuterie.
Okay,
Charcuterie.
great. Now what I'm asking you to co-sign. Has anyone been to a bar for wine and cheese? Because that is an intriguing option, I think.
It was not
I had,
cheap, that's for sure.
Sorry, let's go in order. I think Stocks, I heard you first. What was that?
When I was in New Orleans, I went to a bar and they had really good food in the deep fryer. It was kind of weird. It was like their fry cook was like really good at deep frying food, which just seems odd because all you do is drop it in oil. But it was like perfect, like wings and fries.
Everything they do in New Orleans is perfect food wise.
Even the
weird,
Final Four. That's
Weird-
how we all got an award tonight.
weird pull though for wine and cheese going deep fried immediately. Neither item is good deep fried. I mean, certainly not what you're thinking of when you think wine and cheese.
Oh no, that's great.
Deep fried?
Yeah, cheese curds.
Cheese
Waste
curds, yeah.
probably the worst use of cheese.
Outdoors? No. I don't even have any response to that.
Okay, well, again, I want to remind you two that it's your jobs to tell us to drink when you do not agree with something strongly.
No, don't drink.
Okay. What? Hot soup. Well, you talked next. What? Have you been to a wine and cheese bar? Is that something that's existed for you?
It's never existed for me, but I would like for it to exist for me.
Yeah, I think I would enjoy it too.
Yeah.
So Boo, I'm pretty sure you made it up, but you should pitch it for if you ever do Boo Money or anything again.
What? The name of the bar is called Lobo. I don't even know if it's still open. I should look it
Yeah,
up.
you
But it was
don't
cool.
give out any of that info. That'd be great.
Lobo. It was cool.
Spell it out for us. That'd be perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So just through round 3.
I took you to the Lobo once. We met Drew there. Remember that?
No, I don't. Why would I remember that?
No, not sorry. I accidentally said his real name.
It's fine if you just use a first name that's super common. That's okay.
No, you didn't hear me. I called Stocks by his real name.
Oh, great. Yeah, okay. Let's drink for that. And while we're doing that, hot soup.
I don't have a real name. There can only be one.
Great. Hot soup. Do you have a bid for favorite place to drink outside of your house wine? And most importantly, who did you like from round 3?
So for round 3, am I saying who I like the most or who I think should be number 3?
Good question. Pick which one you liked the best.
I most liked the picnic option.
Thank you. Great. And do you have anything you want to throw out there for favorite place? It's okay if you do not.
I do not.
Ooh, Muscle V, you got beer framed.
Yep.
Okay. Stocks, how about you? Who did you like the best?
Let's see. I'm thinking about this here. Probably the picnic.
Nice. Crushing it.
Get out of here. Get out of here. You guys didn't even know what this picnic was.
Stocks, do you have any bids for your third favorite place to drink wine outside of the house?
I don't really drink wine anywhere, but if I was going to drink wine, I would drink it out of a glass.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were a dad. That's interesting. That's news to me.
I have the dad bod, the dad jokes, just no kids. So I might snatch one up.
Do not
like
snatch.
one of
Do not snatch a child. No one's co-signing that.
Easiest way to get a kid though.
Yeah, probably not. Don't do that. All right, moving on to our second best.
I have an answer for my third
Okay.
place. I'm gonna say in church.
Oh, all right. Love it. That's a great place to drink wine. Makes church way more exciting. All right. Now on to our second best place to drink wine outside of the house. Muscle V, what do you have for us?
Yep. So years ago, I lived in a foreign country that didn't have a open container law, and so what we would do is we would pregame, and then we would get a cheap bottle of wine and drink it on our way to the bars. So my second favorite place would be on the road.
On the road. Okay.
On the road wine.
That's a great answer.
A bot for the journ. Love it. Okay. How were you drinking the wine?
We would each get our own bottle and just drink it while we were riding the bus or walking or wherever we're going for the night.
No. Sorry. How you would just pass around a bottle?
No, we would each have our own bottle.
Oh my God, you guys are fucking aggressive.
Yeah.
And
What country was this?
It was Israel.
Did you always finish it when you got to your desk? Like, what happened if you had extra?
We would
wine?
stand outside and finish it and then go into the bar.
That sounds a little miserable. Unless you were willing to commit like an hour to finishing the bottle.
It took about 20 to 30 minutes to get downtown, so it gave us plenty of time to drink it while you're waiting for the bus. While you're on the bus, you're drinking. When you get off the bus and you're walking to the destination, you have plenty of time to drink your wine.
This is interesting. And it wasn't like sloshing around too much, because wine is not something you want moving around the stomach too much.
No, it was great.
Okay.
Again, this is after pre-gaming, so we want to keep our buzz. We don't want to lose that on this long journey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Although, how were you pre-gaming? Because if it wasn't with wine, that's an aggressive way to maintain buzz.
We would pre-game by playing beer pong and or taking shots.
Oh my God, that sounds fucking awful. It
was great.
The on the road part sounds great. The rest of it, as like an older person, sounds fucking miserable. Totally would have done it in college, but
yeah. Well, this is the college year. This is like post college.
Yeah.
Like right post college, and if you weren't blackout, you weren't doing it right.
A little aggressive, but yeah, I'm mostly with you. I do like I love a traveling drink. It's one of the biggest mistakes that we just, it's something I don't really have available to me right now. But I don't know, on the road wine is interesting. Going straight to the bottle does solve a lot of my problems, but it's still fucking aggressive. I like it though.
It was great.
Yeah. All right. So mine is not something I've done before. This is mostly theoretical, but I'm pretty sure it's a great pick anyway. So I don't know if you guys have heard of the Ales on Rails type of thing. If that might be a local thing, but the basic idea is that you go on a train ride just to drink wine on a train while it's moving around, which sounds idyllic to me. I love I can't move around too much with wine, which, to be fair, your bus problem did solve, Muscle V. But like, I do want like the scenery to keep moving around me. Like, I don't want to move, but I want shit to move. Which is why I think the train ride to nowhere would be fucking perfect for a wine drinking evening.
The hard part is finding a train, right? There's not that many trains left that you can do that.
I think a lot of I think most of the usable trains now have been devoted to this activity.
Really?
Because I think you're right. A lot of them are either like they're moving product, they're not really moving people. And the ones that are like in Europe. But either way, whatever train you can find that you can drink wine on, I think that would be fun. Boo, how do you feel about that? Are you on board?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great pick. It's a little weird that you've never actually done it, but it's still a good pick.
Yeah, but to be fair, like, I'm gonna default to beer in any situation. So I have not drank, despite the fact that I came up with this question, I have not drank wine outside of my own apartment very often.
Fair enough.
Okay. Well, how about you, Boo? What do you got for us?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go. Mine's a little specific on this one, but I'm gonna go with the super pretentious wine bar. I've gone to a couple wine bars, and it's
Oh,
very
okay.
pretentious. And if
Pooh.
you don't know
Pooh.
what you're doing,
Pooh.
what?
Your answer cannot be wine wine and cheese bar and then wine bar.
Was it the
No,
same
no, no,
place?
no, no,
That's
no,
the
no, no,
same
no,
thing.
no.
It's the same
No,
goddamn thing.
no, no, no. Sorry, it wasn't a wine and cheese bar. It was a bar that had a wine and cheese night. This is very different. This is a wine bar that only sells wine. It doesn't sell anything else. It's just a wine bar. Me and Stocks went to a wine bar once, and they're very pretentious. And if you order the wrong thing, they are not nice to you whatsoever. We went there, almost caught a grouper, which we could talk about on another night. But they were definitely judging our wine picks the whole entire evening.
Okay, wait. Stocks and hot soup. I need you to. I'm throwing a flag. How do you guys feel about this?
Yeah, I think you should be disqualified for this round.
It's the
Okay.
same thing.
What about you, Muscle V? We don't need to weigh in. It's their job to figure it out. How about you? How about you, Stocks? Are you okay with this pick?
What exactly is wrong with it?
The fact that he said wine, he said a wine and cheese night at a bar, and then chose wine bar for the next round. He's just chosen bar twice.
Okay, so we're gonna eliminate him for this one then. Well, you know
No,
what?
no,
Did he lose?
You can vote on it. You can
Hold
say,
on.
you can tell us.
He lost? He lost for third. Yeah.
Well, that's not the point.
But I feel like it doesn't really count then. Couldn't you just? What if he just only has two places he wants to drink wine?
So at the end of this power three, it's going to be your guys' job to decide which one do you like
I'm gonna
best.
say this though. I mean, like it's a bad answer to begin with because it's just really simple. It's like telling me your favorite ice cream is vanilla. Like,
Oh,
okay,
I agree.
it's a wine bar. Like, and also, I mean, like, I get that. Like, I could say, like, here's the thing. You know, like, we are spoiled as a society. Like, vanilla is kind of a dope flavor. I don't want to shit on it, but like, considering what we have available to us now, it's kind of like. Muscle V over here is like, yeah, no, we're fucking savages. We drink road wine, and so like that's an automatic winner. But I mean, that's just a good answer in a game like this. I don't really want to penalize Boo for that.
Do you want to disqualify
everyone's
him?
coming from? I don't think it even matters because it's not going to win.
No, well, so at the end,
it's going to be road wine.
Time out. At the end of it, the three of you are going to judge based on all three picks together. So,
yeah, but
all right, but I mean, honestly, if that's the case, I mean, you can disqualify it, but honestly, it hurts him anyway because even if we said that there was a differentiate, he has basically two really similar answers. It's not to his favor to have it either way. Smart. So I think you can disqualify it, you can keep it. It doesn't really matter. He's not going to win this game unless he's going to have to top road wine as number one, and so he's not going to top road wine.
So I'm reading between the lines. I'm saying you're hot soup disqualified. You're qualifying it. So Boo, you get the tying vote as our czar. I'm guessing you're saying it's okay.
Yes, but again, even knowing what my number one pick is, it's I'm not going to win this, so it's okay.
That's funny. Okay, great. Well, we've covered a bit. Sounds like you guys both voted for On the Road wine, which I think is fair. It's a good choice. Is that correct? The hot soup and Stocks?
That is correct.
I voted for it twice.
You only get one vote apiece.
I'll take all the votes. Great. Thank you.
That's great. So anyway, let's roll that. Oh, do you guys have any bids you want to make for our second round? Again, you do not ever have to. It is our job to do that. But if you guys have things you want to throw out there, now would be a good time. So hot soup. Okay.
I'm gonna say at a wake.
Oh.
That's your favorite time to drink wine?
No, that's not the question. Not the question. Best place to drink wine outside of the house. Wake's a good choice. Obviously, you're celebrating and you're bummed out. Wine's a perfect choice there. How about you, Stocks? You got one for us?
I would say airport/airplane. I think that's like, you don't have shit to do. Get yourself.
I disagree with this one because especially the airplane. There's some motion there that you don't expect. Wine is a dangerous venture.
I'll say this: I do a lot of flying. It's very rare to hit turbulence of that kind. And then on top of it, the way they serve the wine, it shouldn't be in a. They have those little ass like Suter home things, and it's relatively safe. Because you don't fill up a wine glass the way I fill up a Diet Coke glass. So to be honest, I mean, I'm in just as much shit if I want to drink like fruit punch as worse if I wanted to drink that than like wine, because wine glasses don't get filled up all the way.
All right, but I still feel like even that aside, fair enough. I still feel like if I'm gonna get motion sickness, it's well drinking wine specifically. And
I think your issue is less with where the drinking wine as much as you. It sounds like you have an issue with airplanes.
yeah, I do not get
I
hammered with
personally,
airplanes.
my experience is that airplanes are very safe, and that I have experienced very little turbulence. So I don't see it being a huge. But I mean, you are correct in the assumption it could happen at some point. You could just have a really bad flight, and then you could end up with a bunch of wine on your white shirt. And
So that said, I don't turbulence definitely is probably less prevalent than I'm giving it credit for. But planes definitely move. They can bank and turn and do all that at any given moment, which is why I actually love peeing in an airplane. If you pee standing up in an airplane, it is a fucking crapshoot. You could be peeing straight down the line, and then that could veer at any moment. And
do you have an experience like where you were on a really turbulent flight? Like
this isn't turbulence.
Turbulence.
This is just motion, like just turning.
I don't know. My experience is the airplane bathroom should be larger. I think that's a travesty. It's really weird that it's not a little larger. No one talks about it. It's like it's smaller than a telephone booth. It's insane.
Well, yeah, it's in case the superheroes on board. They have to be able to flip into their gear.
I don't know if you've ever been on a train, but trains have the appropriate size bathrooms. It's just enough.
I don't know if you heard. I've never been on a train and had the opportunity to drink wine. I've never been on a train, period.
Oh, really?
I mean, honestly, trains sound like they would be exciting because if you think about like westerns and trains are boring as shit. Like there is nothing cool about a train, but they have a superior bathroom. Granted, trains are much bigger than airplanes, so I mean, I guess they're like. I imagine the bathrooms are small because they want to sell more seats. But like, I'm not asking for a much bigger bathroom, just a little bigger.
You want like a couch in there?
Not even a couch. I want leg room. I should be able to poop on an airplane comfortably.
Hot take. All right, let's roll into our first overall picks. So, Muscleby, what is the optimum place?
Sniper kill.
Great.
Damn.
Muscleby, what is the optimum place to drink wine outside of your house?
Yeah, I would say the best place would be on a wine tour. You gotta go to different places, try different wines from different wineries, and a lot of them are really, really good.
That's very similar to your first choice of a winery.
No, my first one was specific for a wine and dine event. This was
at a winery.
At a winery.
Your first pick was a wine tour of one place.
It was not a wine tour. It was a specific event.
A winery.
At a winery, but it was for the event. This is specifically for going to different wineries and trying their different wines that they offer at these wineries.
I'm gonna DQ your vote.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
Feel strongly about that. Everyone drink.
All right, everyone drink. Thank you, Hot Soup.
Also feel strongly about DQing Boo Radley's vote, so everyone drink twice, please.
Love it. Great. Good. I was hoping you would do that. So, Stocks, what do you think? Is the wine and dine in 69 different than the wine tour? Both, of course, are happening at wineries. Do you think those are different picks?
I do, because I understand what he was saying the first time. I think you guys are not understanding it fully.
No, I understand.
So the first one was like an event. Similar. It's like he's saying, like, let's say like Habitat for Humanity puts on an event. So what they're doing is they're selling him 2 bottles of wine, and then they donate some of the proceeds off of that to Habitat for Humanity. And then while he's there, he gets to drink the wine. So it's not always at a winery. It could be at like a Hilton and then like some ballroom. You know what I mean? It's just a big event that they put on. And then the place that he just said would be like a wine tour, similar to like if you went on like a bar crawl.
Right. 2 kills, everyone drink, please.
Right.
So I do think that they are different. I don't think they're super different, but they're definitely, one is an event and the other one would be more like a bar crawl, except you're going to wine bars. You could have like one of those events at a wine bar But chances are, if it's for like a big company or a big like group like Habitat for Humanity, it's going to be in a much bigger venue.
Now he did go out of his way to specify that both were happening at a winery, so you're not faulting him for that.
That is different. But the way I interpret what he's saying, I feel like I understood it that way.
The one I've
Especially
been
when he
at,
talked
yeah.
about like Habitat for Humanity. Like I know, like at the Ravens Stadium, they host like events similar to that, and I've heard of people saying that they go to like a wine thing and they get a couple bottles. So I know about that, and that would definitely be a very different situation than going on like a bar crawl. And I've personally never heard about that for wine, like a wine tour. I'm sure they have that in places like Napa and things where it's really, really popular.
I've been on a wine tour. Those definitely exist, and
I'm sure they
actually
do.
the
I just like I said,
actually
I
the
don't
most
drink
fucked
wine,
up I've
so.
ever gotten in my life.
Yeah, so I mean, I get that. If that's his number one, I definitely think they're different. I would not. I don't think that's like Boo saying that. Those two things sounded much more similar.
So Hot Soup, sounds like you were actually convinced. Is that correct?
So, I agree that they're different, but the vibe.
I agree. The
It's the same
vibe is very similar. So Boo, that actually gives you the tying vote. What do you think? Are those different items or are those the same?
I think I'm going to count them as different.
Because
Well,
you
you can have a same vibe and still be different. I would
Yeah.
agree that they probably have a similar vibe, but that still doesn't. They're not the same just because of that.
I'm proud of you for maintaining integrity. This does not help you in any way, shape, or form with winning this thing. So good work. Good work keeping an honest view of the situation. I don't agree, by the way. They're definitely the exact goddamn same, but still.
It's your turn anyways. It's your
All
number
right.
one.
Okay. So not only is this not a thing I've ever done, this isn't even a thing, but I've gone ahead and decided what the best situation would be for me. And I would love to have wine while watching an episode of Wipeout in person. I think that'd be super fun. I love judging people. I love people falling off stuff. And I think wine to go with it would be amazing. So drinking some wine while watching some Wipeout in person.
That's incredibly specific.
It is well. It would be any obstacle. It would be any obstacle course in general, but like obviously the more fun ones would be better for this situation.
Like my only beef with your answer is that like you're not gonna be invited to watch them film Wipeout, and if you were, chances are you wouldn't be able to consume wine while you did it.
No, I like whatever the situation around. Like I either know the producer, or I won a contest. I don't know, but it would be a wine and Wipeout tour.
I do get your answer. Like yes, if you put those things together, that does sound like an enjoyable experience. I'm not sure how realistic that is.
It should be free, by the way.
What did you say?
I was just talking to Hot Soup.
I died instantly.
Thank you.
Yeah, realistic. You can discredit it for realism. That would be fair. But again, this is the ideal situation. No one said that had no part of the prompt says it has to be a thing that currently exists. So
okay, that's fair.
As the person who wrote the prompt.
Okay, is it to me?
Well, first of all, do you agree? Would you like to wipe out and wine?
I mean, I would love to do it. It's just not realistic, but I hear you.
Why is it not realistic? I could talk to the wipeout. I mean, that's up to you guys as judges. The prompt is best place to drink wine outside of your house.
I'll allow it.
Perfect.
I would say if I'm at an event like that, I'm probably trying to get like really drunk, and I feel like wine's too slow. I'd want some like liquor. I think it'd be funnier getting more drunk.
No, that's one of the things about wine that I think is nice is that you can slowly let the drunk build. Like you don't have to be slamming shots for this wipeout situation. It starts out funny. It's only going to get funnier. There's no reason to rush. I totally disagree.
I mean, the only thing, at least with me, like wine hits me out of nowhere. Like it just hits me. Like I go from 0 to drunk in like 10 seconds out of nowhere.
It's going to hit you right as someone gets hit with some, punch to the face from a rock'em sock'em punch. It's going to be perfect. Timing's going to be amazing. Yeah. All right, what's your pick, Bill?
So mine is a very boring, generic answer, but I still think it's the best answer.
I'm sorry. Do you think it's more generic than a wine bar?
Well, just hear me out. And that would be a wine festival.
Oh, that's not a thing.
Yes, it is. I've gone to a wine festival before. But wine festivals are very common. Wineries share their wines. You get a sample cup and you go around. It's very fun. I went to one by myself. That did not make me sound cool, but I went to one by myself and spent 4 hours there by myself, walking around and drinking wine.
Mostly, you do not have to start another one, and that's a beer frame against me. I'm sorry, you went to a wine festival for 4 fucking hours by yourself? What are you talking about?
This is a true story. So when I was living downtown, there was a Saturday, and I walked by, and there. First off, for the record, there was lots of Saturdays, um, but I walked by, and there was some sort of festival going on. I was like, "Oh, this looks cool," and so I walked in. It was a wine festival. It was $60, and you got like a bunch of drink coupons and some other stuff. And I was like, "Oh, let's do that." So I spent 4 hours just talking to random people and learning about wine that I didn't really understand, and just chilling. And then I got really drunk. I called stocks, and I probably rambled about nothing and had a great day.
This absolute insanity. Like that, there's no way I would ever do that in my like. It does sound kind of fun, but there's no
Oh,
way I
wine
would do that.
festival. I definitely recommend going to a wine festival.
I'm sorry, what? You cut out a little
I
bit.
would I would recommend going to a wine festival.
Has anyone else been to a wine festival or heard of one? This is news to me.
I have not.
Also, I have not, but that sounds awesome.
Does sound kind of nice. How about you, Stocks? Does this sound real?
I think we have them pretty commonly around here.
What is going
Yeah,
on
right.
in your guys' town? I've never heard of these, and you guys are
People
like
like
they're all
to
the
drink
time.
a lot around here.
sounds like-
Here's the biggest difference between where we live and probably where you guys live. Any weekend, there's probably stocks. Tell me if I'm wrong, but anywhere from 5 to 10 festivals going on at any time around the area.
Yeah, when we get nice weather, that's 100%
Yeah,
true.
there's so
We've-
many.
We have a decent amount of festivals, and you guys have better weather than us, so I can see that.
Yeah, so many drinking festivals.
Still, I've not heard of the wine, but it does sound nice.
Yeah.
Okay, hot soup. Whose did you like the best, and do you have any bids yourself?
I like the wine festival the best. If we are going to be loose in terms of our criteria, I'll say the number one best place to drink wine would be at a Victoria's Secret model party.
Ooh, ooh, great pick.
Is it realistic? No, but that apparently is not a criteria.
Absolutely
Oh.
not. No reason to think that this is a great pick. Well done. Did you say? I'm sorry. Did you say great Victoria's Secret festival, or did you say a party?
I said party, but a festival, yeah, that sounds even better.
No, party's more intimate. You definitely want the party for the Victoria's Secret group.
Well, no, if you go to a festival, there's always the after party, so that has the best.
Yeah, so you want to go to an after party of a Victoria's Secret festival.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's my new answer.
Okay, great. How about you, Stocks? What's your favorite?
I'm gonna go with Boo. I think the wine festival. I've yet to go to one actually, but from talking to him, he makes it sound quite enjoyable. And if I was gonna pick a place, I think pretty simple. I was in Costa Rica recently, and it was beautiful weather. They had really cool sunset on the beach. Get a nice glass of wine, just sit there, watch that chill. Very relaxing, very serene.
Is the answer the beach or just Costa Rican beach?
I would just say, because here's the thing, it's just a preference. So I would say any beach of your choosing, really. I just think sunset on the beach with a glass of wine just seems like a nice way to take it in.
Is it an active beach, or is it you're like basically on your own?
I actually think it would be. I thought it was nicer with people. I think it'd be a little weird if I was completely alone. So I didn't mind it. It wasn't too crowded. It was kind of like, you know, that like when you're like kind of like when you're inside a bar and you get that like background noise of like people chatting. I kind of think like a comforting, like a white noise almost. So I think it's kind of nice to have like some people around, as long as everyone's like not being crazy.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, that does sound nice. All right, so this is good. You guys have really, first of all, you guys are in lockstep with who's done well in each round, which is fun. And you guys have chosen one of each of us for each round. So you now have the task of telling us who did the best job for the 3 rounds combined. So I'll go ahead and remind you of each picks before you cast your votes. So Muscle V chose the Wine and Dine in 69 as his third place, On the Road for his second place, and then a wine tour for his first place. Now, yeah, 3 and 1 probably happened in a winery, but 3 doesn't have to. I chose a picnic, a train ride, and watching Wipeout live. Boo chose a bar with a wine and cheese night, a wine bar, and a wine festival. So those are your options. And I want you guys to pick all 3 together. So Hot Soup, which one did you like as a threesome the best?
I'm gonna need a second to think about it. Can you
That's
ask
fine.
Stocks, please?
I absolutely can. So Stocks, which one did you like the best as a threesome?
So if I could have a threesome with anyone, it would probably be with Muscle V and his wife.
And is that for his picks or because you're interested in becoming a throuple?
I'm sorry. Well, the question was about threesomes, right?
No, the question was as a 3-pack. Which one did you? Which one would you choose?
I would. Okay, I'm still gonna go with Muscle V.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
So you chose basically 2 wineries and 1 trip to the road.
I don't look at it as 2 wineries. I look at it as like one is an event.
Yeah.
Then the other one was a road wine, which I can take us anywhere. We're just cruising and drinking. And then the third one is a wine tour, which is similar to a bar crawl, but with wine. So the first one, I think the first and third one are drastically different.
So the only
But
difference,
none of them. The reason he wins, in my opinion, is his second pick is the highest of all the picks. It's the best answer that we got, and the other 2 are not bad. They are very solid ways to consume wine.
So you're not faulting him. You're not faulting him for going out of order, then.
No.
Okay.
No. Because if that were the case, then I would just pick Boo because he had the winning number 1 answer. But he had the other 2 answers that were just probably at the bottom of the list. He probably had the worst 2 answers outside of that. So if I'm factoring all 3, I would probably put him slightly ahead of you. For me, I didn't pick you mostly because I'm a very realistic, practical person, and your Wipeout answer was just very specific.
True.
And on top of it, I don't really know what type of atmosphere that would be. That could end up being a lot more boring than it sounds like it would be because you're technically on the set of a show. And when you watch it on television, they make sure that it's really enjoyable to watch on a TV. But when you're watching it live, it may not have the flow that we're thinking that we see quick on TV. You might just be sitting around a whole bunch like, man,
that's not a problem either, though. It's a self-regulating activity. You just drink
but you
more
might just
wine
want
if
to
that's
see
the
somebody
case.
like bust their head. Like that's kind of it's
True.
like NASCAR. You want to see someone get hurt and laugh, and then. So for me, it's just like, you know what? I think he has the most practical answers, and I think that the road one was the most creative and fun. I don't know. I give him he had 3 solid answers. He was the only one who had 3 solid.
I am
answers.
excited to take a bottle on the road. I'll give you that.
You
All
guys
right,
should
Hot Soup.
try it.
Hot Soup, you've now had some chance to hear a full breakdown of what Stocks would do, both with these 3 options and with Muscle V as a couple. So you got a lot of info there.
So I do agree with Stocks about the road wine to be the number 1 best option out of all of the choices.
Yeah, that's fair.
However, my overall winner is going to be Jeeves.
Yeah, there we go.
I feel like you had the most diverse choices. And
absolutely.
Dixie's number 1 and number 3 choices, in my opinion, were just too similar to each other.
I 100% agree with you. You've made the right choice. Granted, one of mine's in Imagination Land, but still, it'd be super fun. So that puts us at a tie. So Boo, as our acting czar, you choose the tiebreaker. You don't get to choose yourself. You get to decide who between me and Muscle V did a better job.
Okay, thank you guys for giving me this honor. I have thought about it. I have considered all my notes, and the winner of this is Muscle V.
Thank
now,
you,
why
everyone.
is that? No, you have to hear why first.
Because I agree with Stocks where I don't think his picks were the similar, and he did, and yours were just way too out there and
Too
just didn't
fun.
really
Yeah,
make.
compared to your choices, too fun. I agree.
Yeah,
By
I'm
your
not
logic
fun.
is too fun. You could have been like, I want to drink wine on the moon, like on the
That's
on the
That would have
spacecraft.
been a
Like,
that
great
would have
op-
been dope.
great
Oh
option.
my god, that's how I should have ended it.
By the
I
way,
mean, you
I
could have
should have.
said that.
I
I
wish.
mean,
I
like, I
wish.
look at it that
I
way.
wish
If
I
we
said
were
that.
talking about that, maybe you didn't get creative enough.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
I
great point.
honestly
That's a great point.
great criticism.
I said that today. I am not fun. I am not a fun person, so that makes sense. That's why I went with Muscle V.
Well, I think we should all
Hey,
drink to Muscle V.
Yeah,
ugh. I'll
let's do
drink,
it.
but I'll drink to wash out the taste in my mouth.
I am.
L'chaim. Okay. Boo, do we have any twitchy questions for today?
Our only twitchy question is actually for our guests. It's really weird. People really watching, and
That's
this
not that weird. We have people that watch us.
is from TK8824W.
You do not understand names.
Not at all. And the question is, to our guests, what made you want to join the show tonight?
So hot soup, we'll throw that to you first. Thank you, TK2844W. Did I get that right?
Yeah, you did.
Hot soup, what do you got for us?
I just want to say I'm a huge fan of the show. The ability to participate with you lovely people just made my night. So I wanted to be on.
Oh, thank you, but let's drink to that. That's a great answer. Thank you, buddy. All right, Stocks, how about you?
I'm sorry, I missed. What is there a question here?
The question is, why are you on the show tonight?
Boo Bradley.
Drink, real quick, drink.
Boo Radley asked me to be a guest. I had I guess maybe it was like a week or two ago. He invited me to just watch, and I watched for a few minutes. So it's definitely interesting. This is interesting to be on this end as opposed to just watching. But it was fun. It's fun hanging out with you guys.
Which one do you think is better, watching or participating?
Me personally, I'm always a participate guy. Especially I like activities like this. Before I was doing a podcast with Kashmir before I got on here, so I like doing stuff like that. Watching's okay though. As long as the people, you guys are entertaining people, so you guys put on a good show. But it's always more fun to be a part of it.
For sure. Well, so keep that in mind. Yeah, I forget the name immediately. HB2488W, something like that.
Close enough.
If you want to join the show, let us know. We'll be happy to have you on. Thank you for the question, though. All right, guys. It's late enough. Why don't we go ahead and go around the horn so we can get on out of here? So, Muscle V, what do you have for us tonight?
If you haven't taken a wine on the road yet, you are missing out.
For sure. How about you, Boo? What do you got?
Yeah. 7 dogs walk into a bar. 3 dogs leave. 4 dogs, where do they go? That's the mystery of the week.
Oh my God. What would Pants Man say?
Pants Man would probably be like, no comment.
All right. Hot Soup, what do you have for us?
Just want to say, Stocks, you're awesome. I hope we collaborate again in the future.
Oh, ooh, a little team up action. Stocks, what do you have for us?
Well, appreciate that. Likewise. I just do you guys think Pharrell is still happy? I really like worry about that sometimes because like I feel like people who are really happy don't need to make a song where they loudly proclaim that over and over and wearing giant hats to draw attention to them and then just disappear for a long period of time like that. So I'm just kind of concerned about his mental well-being.
You're actually asking if he was ever happy.
Yeah, I guess. I don't think I really believed him at the time. But now, definitely, since the way things have sort of played out for him since then, I just wonder, like where's he now mentally? So, just saying, I don't know if anyone out there knows Pharrell like that, but please check in on him.
Thank you. And I want to thank all of you for sticking with us tonight. I hope you had a good time as we all did. Pharrell, if you're listening, go ahead and shoot us a note. Let us know if you're happy. And if anyone else knows if Pharrell's happy, let us know. You can catch us hopefully tomorrow around 10 o'clock. I think Pants Man might be joining us again. We thank our guests, Stocks, Hot Soup, tons of fun. We'll be doing our drinking episodes again next Wednesday, so you can drink along with us. But until then, we want to remind you that you totally would enjoy wine at a wipeout tour, but you really would enjoy it on the moon. Until then, God Daddy's out.